So today I'm going to walk you through how to set up a recurring rent reminder using AppointmentReminders.com in conjunction with Google Calendar. Um, so it's pretty easy. I haven't done anything yet. I just wanted to kind of figure that out as I went along here. I've just got my demo project open right now. I do have my calendar linked. So if I go to my data sources, Google Calendar, I do have a couple calendars linked. I'm going to use this appointment reminders calendar for today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go set up the reminder itself. So I'm going to go to reminder types. I'm going to create a new reminder type. We'll call this rent due reminder text. So it is a text message. It's in English. I'm not going to set it as my default reminder. I'll do that later in Google Calendar. And let's see, when do I want this to go out? I guess I'll have this go out, let's say 5 days prior to when the rent is actually due. So this is just going to set up a, it's going to go by these settings that I choose here to set up the reminder type, and then we can change it. So do I want to include the person's first name? Yes. Let's not include the person's last name. Do I want to include the appointment date? Yes. Do I want to include the appointment time? No. Is the appointment time a window? No. Should the person arrive a certain amount of minutes prior to the appointment? No. Is the appointment at the person's home? No. Do you want to include your company address in the reminder? No, we'll do that a different way here. Do you want to include your company phone number in the reminder? Well, let's see. I'll just say no for now because I'm going to kind of change this, and it really doesn't matter that much what we select here. Do you want to allow the person to confirm the appointment by replying to the reminder? No, we're just going to have this be an informational reminder. Do you want to allow the person to cancel the appointment? No. Do you want a person request a reschedule? No. Okay, so that's fine. It's just going to set up kind of a basic reminder, and again, we'll just change it as we go. Okay, so we created it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the content here. So currently it's not exactly what we need. It's just going to say, hi, this is company name with a reminder for first name. You have an appointment on appointment date. Okay, so not exactly what we need. What I want to do is kind of create one from scratch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to reminder settings, general reminder settings, and text blocks. And I'm going to set up a few text blocks here. I'm going to create a new record, and I'm going to call it rent reminder 1. And we're just going to say reminder that your rent is due on. Okay. Create another record. Rent reminder 2. Amount due is, I'll call this amount due is, amount due is. Please submit payment. Okay. Then I'm going to add another record, another new text block, and we're just going to call this payment info, we'll say. And you can just put however you collect your payments, please submit payment via Venmo at whatever your Venmo is, like at, this is not real, so don't send me any money. Appointment reminders. Or send a check to AppointmentReminders.com. Payment info. Save. Let's add one new record, and we'll call this questions. Rent. We'll call it rent questions. Questions. Contact AppointmentReminders.com at. And we'll put our contact number in there. 1-888-268-3597. Okay, so now I have all those created. I'm going to go back to my reminder types. I'm going to go into this rent due reminder text. I'm going to go into content. And for this text block, let's just choose hello. Let's go ahead and add the person's first name in here. So it's hello, first name. Then let's go ahead and add the rent due greeting. Oh no, sorry, not that one. Reminder that your rent is due on. I'm going to choose this as the appointment date. Then the next one is going to be amount due is. Then, oh, I forgot to include the amount due. I'm going to go back and fix that. So reminder settings, back to text blocks. Amount due is, let's edit that one. Let's just say it's $1,200. Amount due is $1,200. Save. And we'll go back to reminder types, content. Okay. Please submit payment by due date to avoid late fees. Let's add another record below. This questions. Rent questions. Questions, contact AppointmentReminders.com at blah, blah, blah. So it says, hello, first name, reminder that your rent is due on customer's appointment date. We're going to pull that from Google Calendar. Amount due is $1,200. Please submit payment by due date to avoid late fees. Questions, contact AppointmentReminders.com at 1-888-268-3597. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and go to my calendar here. So I'm going to use, I have a couple linked. I'm going to use this one, this appointment reminders calendar. I'm going to go ahead and edit it, and it's active. I just want it to read tags right now. So I'm going to uncheck match name. So the read tags is going to read what's inside these brackets in the appointment title or description, and that'll make more sense once I schedule an appointment. So the default reminder type, I'm going to use this rent due reminder text. Okay. We don't really want to write customers' responses back to the calendar, so I'm going to uncheck that. We're not changing the event color. I'm going to uncheck that, and I'm going to go ahead and save and relink the calendar. Okay, so that's linked. So the next thing we're going to need to do is actually set up a recurring appointment in Google Calendar. So I go to my Google Calendar. Okay, so now on Google Calendar, I'm going to go ahead and create a recurring appointment on the first of the month. So if you have several tenants, you can do this for each tenant. We're just going to create the first one, and I'm going to put a title. It doesn't really matter as far as we're concerned what this title says. I'm just going to put Joe Smith Rent Due Reminder. Now in the description, here's what we'll actually read. So we'll put an opening bracket. These triangle brackets are important. This is basically called a calendar tag, and we're going to read whatever's inside of this tag. So what we want is first name, last name, a phone number, and then a closing bracket. And we'll go ahead and save that. Actually, did need to do one other thing to that. Let's make this recurring. So I'm just going to do, let's see, repeat every 1 month. Monthly on day 1, ends never. So we'll set that. Okay. Okay. So that's saved. Now I'm going to go back to my calendars here. And let's take a look and see if we're pulling that across. So I'm going to go to View Calendar. And let's refresh the calendar events. Okay, so now you can see that we did pull that across from our calendar. It's blue, which means we added a reminder for that. Some other information here, just to show you that we did add it from a tag, things like that. So what we're going to do now is we can go into reporting, reminders page. And now we actually see this reminder here for Joe Smith. It's not actually going to be sent out until 5 days prior to this appointment date, which is the rent due date, this 9/1/2023. Now, since we did set this up as a recurring reminder, it should automatically get sent every month, so there's really nothing else you will need to do to send this. So I'm actually going to manually modify this appointment date and time just for today, so it can go ahead and get sent out and we can see what it looks like. This is not a step that you would normally have to do, but for today I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to have it be sent for, let's say 8. Today's August 11th. Let's have it go for the 16th. That's 5 days prior to the appointment. And we'll go ahead and save that. Now let's go back to the reminders page. Okay, so now you can see in the results that the reminder was sent successfully. It turned blue, meaning we did send it successfully. This is a text message sent. You can view the details of this if you want to see exactly what was sent out, when it was sent out, what the message was to that person, where they received it, what their reply was, etc. I also took a screenshot from my phone of what that reminder looks like. So I'm going to pull that over onto the screen right now. So remember, I just changed this date temporarily to 8/16. Typically, that's going to be whatever the first of the month is, and that's just going to repeat. That's basically all you have to do to set up a recurring rent reminder. Thanks.